Hey, it's an intro. Didn't want to do an intro, but I am. Camera says if I hold it up here, I look gorgeous. I don't think we do. But anyway, intro. These are our thoughts on the push through shuffle, which should just be called a push through. Just a push through. The shuffle is separate. Anyway, if you don't know what a push through shuffle is, be very careful. Go on YouTube, type in push through shuffle tutorial. Be really careful. Be really careful. If you want some basic tutorials and you need a recommendation, let me know in the comments below, but not a lot of people follow me anyway, so chances are you already know what a push through shuffle is. If you do, and you really want to get into the guts of it, and everything there is to know, full disclosure, I'm a student, but go find Daniel Madison. Just find Daniel Madison. Go. He's spent obsessive amounts of time. So these are our extensions of some of the thoughts from him, and I don't even think he can help it. Even trying to look normal, he looks badass. None of us are normal. We're magicians. We spend hundreds and thousands of hours cutting cards and all that stuff. We don't look normal when we touch a deck of cards. Nothing about us is normal. That's how we got to be magicians in the first place. So these are our thoughts on how to look a little bit more like a normal person when you do a push through. Not a push through shuffle, a push through. And who the hell are we? Or who the hell am I? Just a student like you. So if you have any thoughts, share them below. Anything that can be improved, let me know, because I always want to get better, and I hope you do too. All right. Love you. We are CP Christopher Penny. Talk to you soon. End of the intro. Maybe do a transition or something like that. I don't know. Bye-bye. Hello. It's Christopher Penny. See? It's our hands. Okay. I'm supposed to say sorry about the nails. All the nail salons are closed. Okay. Alright. Freeform channel, so whatever. Don't care about format anymore. Wrestled for a long time whether or not I'm in any position to teach anybody anything. But whatever. Maybe I have some thoughts to share. And by the way, if we say I or I say we, screw it. We're all Christopher Penny. Just deal with it. You don't need to understand. Okay. Thoughts on the push through shuffle. Now, disclosure, I'm a student of Madison's, and a lot of this is probably an extension of things that he's taught. Some of it's stuff that we came up with on our own, and doesn't mean it's original, because nothing's original anymore. First of all, a few things. I'm going to try to make this short, because last time it came out too long. Nobody does this. Nobody does that. Nobody does this. Nobody does that. Magicians do that. Nobody, even if they really shuffle, goes like this. Nobody does that. People don't do that. Now, what people normally do is exactly what we do when we're trying to show a magician that we really lost the card in the deck. Like if you're going to go on Penn and Teller, you really lose the card in the deck, you're going to go like this. See, I'm really losing the card in the deck. Right? You're not going to go and do any of that stuff. You ask your grandmother, your aunt, you watch on YouTube, which is interesting. Go and search for people playing cards and stuff. It doesn't even happen in casinos. People don't do this crap in the casino. They put it in a machine, it goes, nah, comes out shuffled. Most of these moves were originated from when people gambled at tables. by themselves. Sort of like Madison learned, back rooms and stuff. That's when people shuffle on their own and actually do stuff. And even then, I'm pretty sure if you do this, it's suspicious. So the normal person shuffle is as follows: cut, shuffle, some kind of squaring, cut, shuffle, some kind of squaring, cut, shuffle, some kind of squaring, and then generally offer the deck for a cut or cut it yourself. Alright, let's try to do this in one take. So these are Christopher Penny's thoughts on push through. Notice it didn't say push through shuffle. This is the top of the deck. This is the bottom. B, blue for bottom. So I don't forget. Okay? I'm going to divide this up into a few sections because you have to think of this very slowly. Because what we do as magicians is we run from this moment and hide, and then now we have to do some fancy crap up the ladder, river thing, shuffle. No, you don't have to do that anymore. Sorry about the wobble. Okay. You don't do that anymore because that's not what humans do. We're not humans, we're wizards. Okay? So, the first thing is going to be the riffling into the packets. It is important. It does matter. Forget which is the top for now. You're going to shuffle the left packet through the right. So the right one is your leverage point. Big chunk, that's important. Big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, and finish with the right on top. Okay? There's a reason. This big chunk is important. These as big chunks are important because when you push through, you have a gap for your thumb, so you don't have to wonder if you got the bottom card. You have a big gap to stick your stinky thumb right through. Okay? That's the important part. The chunks are also important because if you get it like Pharaoh perfect, that means you have 26 points of contact on both sides of the card. That's a lot of friction. The more chunks you have, the less friction you have. So chunk, 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 chunk equals less friction. Big chunk at the bottom, place to grab. Okay? So, the next part, we forget what's on top or what's on bottom, is the actual pushing through. If you do this, first of all, a layman's going to think that kind of looks funny. A magician's going to go, that's a push through. Whatever. You want to hide this V shape. So put it in the back. Okay? By pushing these forward. Okay? And toward each other. Okay? Now if you have your fingers here, nobody sees that. So, we'll do it again. You do this part, and when you go to do the squaring, don't worry about what it looks like or anything. Just take your fingers, put them here, keep your thumbs here. Oh, I should have done it. And then push, and these little nipples will stick out as you push this way. You're going to aim to get this card to clear this finger, and the same on this side. And guide with your thumbs down here as you push right through. And you're going to wait for this magic moment right here where you feel contact with both packets on this finger and this finger. You're going to feel this. When you feel that, if I didn't screw it up, that's when you're ready to do the next part. So big chunk, 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 chunk. Push up, in, guide with your thumbs, push toward the center. I've achieved the push through because I can feel the crotch here. Crotch, nipples, all kinds of stuff. It's a dirty world here. Once you have that, take these fingers and push these little nipples. Whoop. You don't have to be real careful because you have the chunks. Now you do the squaring motion like a human, and you can get right down to a border width and leave it a little sloppy, and it looks like a normal person's. Now, the strip out. We still have gaps and gaps, and then there's a section in the middle where it's a complete deck. We do not want that part. That's the part we don't like. You grab this end here, I'm going to try to do it slow, and you grab just the gaps. This end here, you grab just the gaps. Do not pull straight out. Do not turn and then pull straight out, because what that does, I have two cards. If you pull straight out, they can slide out. If you're turning, they're fighting against your fingers. So you want to rotate. Also, rotating causes less friction to pull. I'm not going to get into physics, but just believe me. Okay? So never pull straight out. Just don't. You're rotating. And don't try and hide it with this big fancy cut thing that a lot of people teach, because nobody does that when they're shuffling. So you grab the end, and then using your finger right here on the edge of this card, you rotate. This is your pivot point. Okay? And they all just strip out clean. And if you hold them nice and tight, the chunks are still there. That's the strip out part. And hopefully they're all still in order. Okay, so we covered the big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, cover up, push it together, cover the nipples, push, fake a square up. Don't let that happen because you're showing people. Pretend to square a little bit, rotate out, and now you're holding the top and the bottom. It's still the top and the bottom. It's a beautiful opportunity to lie, and nobody does. We hide it with this fancy stuff that nobody else does. So every time you shuffle through and stop here, you're apparently cutting the deck. This is a great lie. Why hide it? So now, if I do this again, it becomes more and more impossible for me to have controlled anything. But it's still the top and the bottom half. It just looks more impossible because it's more normal. Okay, so to replicate the normal human person shuffle, I'm going to keep a step here so I know what the top and the bottom is. First, I like to take the top to the right, shuffle the bottom into it, push through, cover up, and I'm letting you see this part. Do a little square, stop, crack my knuckles is a good excuse for me. And then I pull out as if I'm cutting, and I shuffle again. Now I'm shuffling the top through the bottom. Square it up so it looks legit. And now the top is going through the bottom. Square it up, rotate it out, and now it looks like I've cut again. So now the bottom is on the left. This is the last one, and this is important. The chunking on this one is different, the riffling. So you need to pay attention to this part if you're gonna do it like we do, whatever. Big chunk, that's always a given, is a big chunk for your thumb space. Big chunk, and now start doing the big chunks on the right side to get rid of the cards, leaving a big pile on top. from the bottom of the deck. Okay? And do it again, just to be more clear. Big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, and then a bunch of cards on top. So this is the bottom, and this is a crappy push through, but whatever. Now you have a push through with the bottom cards sitting on top. We still have the thumb space at the bottom. Square it up, and yeah, it looks like crap, but whatever. Now, when you rotate away, there's no doubt that this is coming off the top. Present it for a cut. They cut, and they didn't do anything. So that's the important part to me, okay? You take the bottom, big chunk, big gap on top. Push it through, straighten up, go out this way, and there should be a beat before this, sorry. Present it for the cut. Will you complete the cut, please? Thanks for doing nothing. Okay? So I'm at 13 minutes, so I'll do the whole sequence, and then if there's any questions, I guess put them below. But again, I'm not a teacher. I'm a professional student, really, and I just wanted to share some of my thoughts. Okay, so one full narrated performance of my regular human push through, not shuffle. It's a push through, not a shuffle. Top goes to the right. Big chunk, big chunk, big chunk. Finish with the right on top. Push through, grab the nipples, feel the crotch, straighten it out with my finger. God, I love talking. Straighten. Strip out the bottom. Repeat. Okay. Again, feel for the nipples, grab the crotch, twist it, push it in. God, I'm bad with my words. Strip. There we go again. And then we go for the final shuffle. The bottom is going to the top. It looks like I lost one in here. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Okay, everybody? We're going to pretend it didn't happen because this is a demo. It don't matter. Do it live. So last time, do it live. No editing. Alright. Last time, the bottom is going to pretend to be cut. So, big chunk, finish with a big chunk on top, push them through, square, you cut please, there we go, done. Didn't do anything. Thank you for not doing anything. And let's see if I can just do it without talking. I'm going to forget about the actual break. That is my human shuffling push through. The push through is not a shuffle. It's not a push through shuffle. It's a push through and a shuffle. So try and think of it like that if you want to take any advice from me, which is take it or leave it. And yeah, please let me know below. Hello. Hi. Please let us know if you found any of this helpful. Oh, one more thing. I forget if I said it. Okay, hold on. No, I said it. The thing about the fingers and pushing the cards through. When you push the cards through, you want bigger chunks so there's less friction. That's why you lose your cards in the packet when you pull it out. Plus, when you pull out straight, God, so many innuendos. Even innuendo is an innuendo to me. When you pull out straight, that's when you lose stuff inside the packet. So give it a little twist. Anyway, yeah, let us know below if any of this was helpful or if it was all caca. And yeah, that's it. No intros, no outros, no B-roll. And again, I'm not the best person to teach, but been doing the push through for a while. Getting pretty good at it. Not the best at all, but those are some of the thoughts that I'm trying to incorporate into mine. So, love you. Talk to us soon. We are Christopher Penny, and that is the push through, not the push through shuffle, and how normal people shuffle cards. Shuffle like a human, please, not like an immortal. Yeah. Love you. Bye. Last thing. Okay. You got this deck. Okay. These are not in order. Oh, look, a gaff card. Okay. These are not in order. Last thing. I can't believe we forgot. Okay. Okay, so you're ready to do the push through. Okay? Do not do this. That's in slow motion, but see how that stayed still? When Grandma's gonna shuffle, she goes like this. She doesn't go. I can't even do it. It's that. So you go through the push through. You do the push through, not the push through shuffle. Okay? This is all covered with this, but you don't. You got your fingers in the crotch. Close it. Okay, so the moment you feel that you have this rotational clearance here, pull this one away too. It's easier when you're not talking about it, but that looks like something a human does. So that's about it. It's just it's to extend off of something we learned from Madison, which is it's the marriage of the hands that sells it. Okay? Keeping this hand stationary draws attention to this hand. If you're relaxed and normal, you're just going to do this like a human. So do that. Because, I mean, I hate to say it, but even Madison's push through shuffle that he tries to make look like a normal person's is badass looking. So, I mean, the moment I see somebody doing this, I want to watch because it's cool. So don't do it. And the reason why we do it is we're taking the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom and hiding it. When we really don't have to do that because we already have the top. We can put it wherever we want by faking it the whole time. So when you pull away, remember, both hands are in motion. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. No fanfare. No. Well, maybe there'll be a transition. That'll be cool. Maybe a title screen. Christopher Penny's Wasted Thoughts. I don't know. Whatever. I think that's everything. Anyway, let us know. Love you. Bye. Ooh.